Hello everyone, so today we are going to talk about outcrops.
Before we start, let me introduce what is outcrops. Outcrops provide geologists with direct access to the bedrock that is otherwise hidden beneath soil, vegetation, and urban infrastructure. They are primary site for field study and data collection. An outcrop is any visible exposure of bedrock or ancient superficial deposit on the Earth's surface. It represents the solid foundation of our planet emerging from
Assalamualaikum
before.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Zulfaikar bin Abdul Haris, and today I will explain to you about innovation in geological mapping around the campus. Basically, geological mapping exercise conduct in the vicinity of the campus significantly improves student access to outcrop for direct observation. By keeping this exercise close to our home base, we can conduct fieldwork much more frequently. Most importantly, this proximity eliminates expensive travel costs, making the learning experience both practical and highly accessible for every student. Integration. One significant way we enhance the exercise is through the strategic use of technology. For instance, students can now use GPS function to pinpoint the exact location of an outcrop with high precision by integrating tools like Google Maps and digital photography. We can collect field data in a much faster and more efficient manner than traditional manual mapping. This shift ensures that our geological records are accurate and organized than ever before. The value of that this data extends far into the future because it is safe in digital format, making it a sustainable economic resource. This digital archive allows future generation of students to use our findings for critical comparative studies. They will be able to track the physical change of the progress of weathering that may have occurred in this outcrop over time. We are not just recording observation, we are building a long-term geological database for our campus. In conclusion, by combining our local geological feature with modern digital tools, we are streamlining the way we study the Earth. This approach ensures our data is precise, our method is effective, and our resources are preserved for future research. Thank you. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Lukman Hakim bin Khairul Azhar. My metric number is E25A 3562. Today, I'm going to present you guys about our first outcrop, which is near to our FSB campus, FSB faculty. The estimated height and width approximately around 3.6 meter height and 10.9 meter wide. The exact location of this outcrop is at Ailanas, Kelantan, Malaysia, 17,700. The latitude is 5.744764 and the longitude is 101.8696 and 0.37. We take this picture around 5:46 p.m. on Friday on 10 April. Let's go to the next slide. This rock cut exposure appears to show a highly weathered resident soil or sulfur-like profile developed over a fine-grained bedrock, likely in a humid tropical environment. The exposure is a roadside cut slope with moderate to steep indentation. The outcrop is dominated by reddish-brown to pinkish weathered material, fine-grained matrix, poly-exposed primary rock structure, dense vegetation at the upper slope, and strong surface weathering at erosion features. As you can see, you all can see all of the exposure that I have mentioned before inside the picture. We can see the thick vegetation, strong surface weathering that happens to be at the Person Lakes. Okay. As for lithology interpretation, the parent material is likely one of the following: fine-grained sedimentary rock, also known as mudstone, shale, siltstone, weathered volcanic rock, and highly decomposed granite or or metamorphic rock. This is one of the, we can see a few kinds of minerals that probably inside the outcrop. And here also we provide some of our sketching that have been drawn by our group. Yeah, feel free to take a look at all of it. Okay guys, now for our second outcrop, which is near to the library. Estimated height and width is around 3 meter height and 8.5 meter wide. The exact location is the same, still Ailanas, Kelantan, Malaysia. Longitude and longitude is a bit different, which around latitude is 5.74069 and longitude is 101.871. This picture be taken at 5:46 PM Friday on 10 April also. Okay, not to forget, this exposure is a small roadside cut slope down developed within a tropical vegetated terrain. Light brown to yellowish brown weathered material, fine grain soil dominated exposure. Dense forest vegetation above the slope, purely exposed bedrock, and moderately steep cut face. The exposure represent a highly weighted near surface profile, likely formed by prolonged tropical weathering and surface erosion. This is all happens to be because this outcrop is near to road, so the weathering and surface erosion probably be one of the main result of the outcrop. For the lithological interpretation, the visible material appear to be predominantly of resident soil, subportic material, and completely weathered parent rocks. As you can see from the picture, the outcrop is completely weathered and be dense vegetation on the top and a little bit vegetation on the bottom, and most of the outcrop is already be weathered by the obviously physical, biological, and also sometimes chemical weathering. We also have most importantly the sketching of this outcrop inside, next to me or this side, I don't know, but near to me. As you can see, please take a look at the sketching. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So the next outcrop is outcrop number 3 near FSB. So the estimated height and weight of the outcrop is approximately around 4.5 meter height and 9.4 meter width. So the location is at Ayelanas, Kelantan, 17700 Malaysia. Latitude at 5.74574 and the longitude is at 101.867942. We took this picture at 4:22 PM, Monday, 13 April. So the outcrop appears to be heavily weathered. As we can see, it is reddish brown color, and it is consisting largely of residual soil or saprolite rather than fresh solid bedrock. The reddish brown hue is a strong indicator of oxidation, a chemical weathering process where iron-bearing minerals react with oxygen to form iron oxides like hematite or zeolite. The exposure is a roadside cut slope with moderate to steep inclination. The outcrop is dominated by rotten rock, such as saprolite, rusty soil, crumbling dirt, thick ferns, and weathered layers. So the lithology interpretation is that the parent material is likely one of the following. It is such as granite, sedimentary rocks such as sandstone or shale, and metamorphic rock such as schist. So the next outcrop is outcrop number 4 near the library. It is estimated height and weight is approximately around 6.0 meter height and 11.2 meter width. The location is at Ayelanas, Kelantan, 17700 Malaysia, and the latitude is 5.744444 and the longitude is 0101.870066. We took this picture at 7:20 p.m. Friday, 10 April. So the outcrop is, we can see the rock has a dark gray to charcoal appearance with some lighter weathering grains. This suggests a different material composition, possibly a more resistant igneous or metamorphic rock, such as granite or schist that has not oxidized as much as the upper layers. The exposure is a roadside cut slope with moderate to steep slope. The outcrop is dominated by hard and fresh rocks, cracks and splits, dark parent material, changing layers, and light edges. So the lithology interpretation is that the parent material is likely one of the following. It is granite, schist, or metamorphic rock, and lastly, siliclastic sedimentary rock, as we can see in this picture. Thank you.
So next is practical approach to student-centered learning and technology. So next, this fieldwork activity promotes active learning by shifting the focus from classroom lectures to direct observation and hands-on participation. By identifying rock features, measuring outcrop, and documenting findings through group discussion, students move beyond theory into practical application. This collaborative environment fosters essential teamwork and communication skills. Each student manages specific role in data collection. Additionally, analyzing rock conditions and weathering process on site challenge students to sharpen their critical thinking skills in a real-world context. The integration of technology further enrich the educational experience by making geological study more efficient and engaging. Tools such as GPS and mapping applications allow for precise navigation to study sites, while smartphone enables students to instantly capture visual evidence and record digital notes. By combining these modern resources with traditional field techniques, the program provides students with authentic exposure to professional geological work, ultimately building their confidence to conduct independent field investigations.
Now we have reached the end for the conclusion. Ultimately, outcrops serve as the essential connective tissue between abstract geological theories and the physical reality of our planet. By offering a rare, unobstructed glimpse into the Earth's internal architecture, this exposure allows us to reconstruct billions of years of history, map critical natural resources, and better understand the dynamic forces that continue to shape our world today. Thank you.